Iceland.
Iceland.
Iceland. Iceland. Iceland. Iceland.
I'm in Iceland!
Developing news. Land in Iceland is rising at a pace of as much as 1.4 inches per year, according to some studies. Concerns are that the melting the country's glaciers may reduce the pressure of the land, causing surfaces to rise. Cause for concern? Or one big hoax? Live in Iceland, we have Laureen to report the latest findings.
I'm here in Iceland, where climate change is something that we should all take very seriously. Look at this beautiful scenery that I have behind me, these horses. Climate change is a man-made problem. You know, an increase in emission and gases and pollution and coal and fossil fuel. These are all the things that we can help prevent to kind of preserve the rest of the planet to look as beautiful and peaceful as this. Where climate constantly changes over here. And to them, it's like, what's the big deal? This morning it was warm, then it was raining, now it's gloomy. They don't even really see the effects of global warming, or to them, it's not even something that's an issue. Behind me is a glacier, and only a few years ago, that glacier was right exactly where I'm standing now. Climate change is real. That is something that normally takes thousands of years to happen, but it's happening so rapidly fast. Not really understanding what these climate deniers are trying to say. No, climate change is normal. An increase in temperature is normal. That's a natural progress of life. That is glaciers of melting ice coming down right in front of us. And how do you think that happens? Heat, excessive heat. Volcanoes and lava have been shaping the Earth as long as the planet has been around. Climate change is just another one of those factors that shapes the Earth, and it's natural. But this is happening way too quickly. This climate changing, the glaciers. No, carbon dioxide is actually a good thing. Carbon dioxide actually increases vegetation and wildlife. That's actually a good thing for us, not a bad thing.
Hail. Wow. I don't know if I can handle a hailstorm.
And behind me is this beautiful church. Why is it that a vast majority of people who don't believe in climate change use their religion as a means to dictate whether it's real or not? This water is hot because of the lava beneath us, not because of climate change. And our glaciers are melting, causing our sea levels to rise. If we don't do something about climate change, Reykjavik is going to be one of those cities underwater.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Laureen, and this isn't the news. Climate change, global warming, what's the root of it?
Well, the climate's always changing.
Right.
It's always been changing since the beginning of the Earth. But what's alarming, what's disturbing is right now is the rate that it's changing.
I would have to say that I don't believe in the so-called global warming being man-made. Evidence we have shows that we've gone through multiple ice ages. Now, maybe man has maybe 10%, maybe not even 10, maybe 1% involvement in the climate change where the ozone layer has been depleted. Maybe that is man-made.
We know the state of the world as it was from ice core drilling.
Correct.
So we know the optimal climate for us, which personally I think we're more important than most other animals. It's the rate at which it's climbing, and it is the way in which it is being extracted and introduced back into the atmosphere when there was a natural carbon capture that occurred millions of years ago that we are now reversing.
Does it matter? Because at the end of the day,
Really quickly, yes, it matters. CO2 is a poisonous gas. Once it gets to a certain concentration, it will cause another mass extinction.
in what time frame?
It matters
Because the media...
It's unprecedented. That's part of it.
It
The
matters
speed at which things are occurring is unprecedented.
Yeah, millions of
You're
people
not-
will be displaced. Millions of people.
Oh,
When are these millions of people going to be
They'll be killed.
displaced?
So then the argument is, we
Well, then-
can't tell the future, let's not do anything.
No, the argument is, how come you
I
have
can tell
certain
you.
scientists
I can tell-
that refute...
So here's the disingenuous part of that.
there's-
You're talking about a relative minority.
To Lorraine's point, she's asking, why does it matter? She's right. Some of it we can't go back. We can't go back and capture all of it.
Because we have an optimal climate in which we can
However, what
exist.
we could do is we can slow down the progression. We can reduce the amount that we
I want
release.
something that's
there's such thing.
tangible. I want something that's tangible.
Carbon scrubbers.
About this, and you gave something that's tangible, but I wanted to make it relative to everyday people. About is this going to
Being wasteful
financially?
is inherent.
No,
Not
is this-
recycling and just
The
burying the
question now is
paper.
slowing it down.
Is slowing it down going to cost?
This is part of the problem, though.
The US could do it right now.
Putting finances above.
But that's the argument.
Just by converting to nuclear energy, and if you, let's say you don't like nuclear energy, you can still do solar energy. You can do hydroelectric energy. You
Current,
can do,
yeah.
wind energy.
Are we
Current
finding
dams,
That would
wind.
create
that?
3 million jobs.
When you say creating new jobs, you're talking about new jobs.
Yeah.
You're not talking about job reinvention for people who are coal miners.
Well,
We're talking
I
about
agree.
people.
Not even that.
Hold
I
on,
agree with that. I agree
We're
with
talking
that.
about people who are 3 to 4 generations in.
Screw 'em. The first thing we gotta
like-
do is eradicate beliefs.
It's
irrational ones.
just like,
I'm
this
sorry,
is
I
off topic, but
need to address this.
Go ahead.
Eradicating beliefs. That's why I proposed the question of whether you believe it or not,
Right.
and does it matter? I'm not saying I don't believe in climate change. Let's
I'm
say
saying that's an
someone,
irrational debate.
if someone does not believe in climate change, but they rationalize that we want clean air and we want the planet to be okay.
You have the oligarchy, which are the corporations,
Which is what we are.
who are controlling the politicians and stymieing what we need as a country and what's best for the planet. It's very simple.
Clink, clink it.
You guys all know about Tesla.
Yes.
Do you think it's appropriate that a vehicle that could vastly change how we commute and cut down on pollution and climate change and
We're
just
talking
and just
economics now.
that's why I bring
We're
it back to
talking
does it
economics.
matter?
This is going to
Because
solve itself in time.
but that's not
The
acceptable.
price is yes, it is.
That's not acceptable.
Why is it not?
It's not acceptable.
Why?
Because if we have a solution,
Mm-hmm.
but they're making it physically impossible with the market value for the average person
cost is
to
going
afford
It's not physically
The
impossible.
cost is going down. It's $30,000.
$30,000.
The new cost of
Send me a link.
For real.
35. Okay,
We'll hook you up.
35 before the
It's just
deduction.
it would be the same
35.
argument
Send me
why
a link.
teachers
35.
getting paid more than after.
And it's getting cheaper.
It's
They're
getting
going to be even lower.
Toyota's plan to release its fully electric vehicle for
Yeah.
$25,000.
Porsche's releasing
Fully
one.
electric?
Fully electric.
High-end automakers are releasing them.
30,000?
For real.
Yeah, seriously.
For real. And it's
Not
going to
bad.
drop.
The issue is the states
We need
are
to
not
accelerate
allowing
this.
Tesla
Okay,
to
talk
build
about
and
it.
expand.
We
But
need to
they
accelerate.
can't
Why?
fight that forever.
They can't.
Because it's a threat to the
The
oil
industry.
magnates. It is
Exactly.
a threat to
The
those.
fossil fuel industry. It's too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They have too
That,
much
that's the
money in
competition.
politics.
That's the only reason it's taken as long as it has.
That's why I said
That's
doesn't
right.
matter because the
It
money
does
is in
matter.
the money's in the
It
politics.
doesn't
This,
matter.
this
Which has got to
actual-
come out.
this
That's and that's a whole
actual
other
evidence
topic.
of
It's gotta
cars
come
That's
being
not
ran by
It's,
water.
the thing is, it's going to
That man
happen.
was
It's
supposed
going to
to
eventually have a
kill
wing accelerator.
because he
It's
invented
already
it.
happening. It's already happening. It will accelerator.
Well, thank you guys.
Can we get rid of carbon dioxide? We can't. Because
Shall
then
I?
plants would die.
Say it again.
No, shall I? Shall I say how we? I mean, I'm
Sure.
sure you.
Yeah, I would like to
there
do
are plenty
this.
of ways to get rid of carbon.
There's quite a bit of ways to get rid of carbon dioxide.
Money.
Well,
Investing.
If that is the system in which we are still operating.
You absolutely
when we
need
start,
money.
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would we
You
do
can
this?
you can introduce modified organisms that actually soak up carbon dioxide. You can plant more trees. That's an easy example. We can stop cutting down the rainforest.
No, I agree
The
with
rainforest,
that.
yeah, I agree with that.
So we
No,
can-
I agree
yeah,
with that.
Yeah,
We need
absolutely.
to actually cut down more trees,
Sorry.
just not the rainforest.
Wait. Don't go. Click on that video right there to watch me talk about today's wine. Subscribe, right? That's what they do in all those YouTube videos. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And follow me in all these places that I'm sure I'm going to be adding links to.